that the experimental college, what I remember is that the idea was that people had everybody's experience, there were people who had a body of knowledge that was not necessarily recognized by the academy. We'll say like someone who was a karate master or a real community organizer. People have bodies of knowledge that didn't come from the academy. So the experimental college introduced the idea that you didn't have to have a PhD to have enough knowledge of anything to share. And so anybody with a body of knowledge that they felt was valuable could teach, and anybody who wanted to learn could sign up for it, and it was free. That was the idea. But
so those were the number of classes, but so many students were interested in being a part of this. So here's the development. You have this growth, this tremendous interest by students in teaching other students on the assumption that no student, just like no faculty, was a bank of knowledge. So that's the thrust of it. The shift in the EC, in the experimental college, was a shift from attending sessions where one person has all the knowledge and the others sit and try to absorb that, versus everyone has the capacity to share the knowledge they have, and if they don't have it, they can go find it and bring it to the group. That was the shift. The other thing was the search for some order, some culture other than the one that was laid out.
I was a student, so it must have been in '66. There was a slate, a progressive slate, and then Russell Bass was was running for president. And like Jimmy said, there were before that the Associated Students money, which mind you was $10 for every student. So that's a lot of money, and that was the Associated Student budget. And so I had been just used for like the pom-pom girls and the sororities and the fraternities. And then Russell Bass ran on a platform to establish 5 areas of service. We would use the associated funds to establish 5 areas of service. And the service, what was founded was draft help, the Black Film Institute, the community organization, community services organization, and the tutorial program and the experimental college.
The next stage, when I came to San Francisco State in 1966, I came with a program that came out of SNCC. The program was simple. We want to take the university and use it as a tool, as a beachhead, to recruit numbers of Black people, bring them on the campus, train them, instill them with a certain kind of political point of view, and then send them out in the community to spend the rest of their lives in service to the people. Protracted struggle, we were talking about all of that. The leadership was average 20 years. We were all students, as Jerry Renato Presente said. We weren't hoodlums, we weren't thugs, we just were students. But we saw that the most important part of our educations, the most important deed that we could do with whatever knowledge we had, was to advance humanity, to advance the status of the people, and particularly to advance the status of our constituency. Thank you very much.
To those who are just like obsessing over themselves, that's not what education is supposed to be. It's supposed to develop yourself for the higher good. I mean, or that's our viewpoint. And I think that's the founding people's viewpoint. And that's why we called it Third World Liberation Front, because we're trying to liberate everybody of color, what they call BIPOC now, but that was Third World back then, to to liberate us and to help to liberate our people. So good luck to each and every one of you, and may each and every one of you remember, to keep it up, to keep the fight going for justice for your entire life. It feels good to be at the end of your life and know that you did your best to make things better. Thank you.